site, here to let everyone know about the second annual Grief Awareness Day. This is a day to honor parents who has lost a child to gun violence. We are asking our local retail vendors to come out, food vendors and nonprofits, to support community economics and healing. This is a worthy cause for our community. Your sponsorship dollars will help us have a successful event. We're going to have great things to do, like a car show, food challenges, balloon releases for our families, and we have special guest speakers to come out and support our families. If you would like to make a contribution or become a vendor, please contact Trinette Wilson at 504-231-0950. And remember, this is an event that we all together can support to help the grieving families in our community. We need you, yes you, to come out and support. We'll see you there.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the RedLip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. RedLip Talk podcast. Wow.
Hello, everyone. This day is declared National Still Body Day. People, it is here. It has arrived.
We have 2,500 bottles of this formula that's designed to give you what you need in terms of health, happiness, and healing. People have testimonies already. People have been serviced already, and now we want you to be a part of this blessed experience. Give us a call at 416-5256. Give us a call at 237-4000, and we have a bottle for you. And trust me, this will be the best investment you ever made for your body. You heard it from the truth, the whole truth, Dr. Truth, Dr. Kendra, Baby Truth. Now be blessed.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
The wait is over. This is your favorite prophetess, Prophetess Chanel Jones, and I want to introduce to you my new non-traditional podcast called Kingdom Women Speaking, where you can expect a royal discussion amongst queens. Yes, Lord. And you can find me on New Orleans Talk Network. Tune in, world.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Spice Divas. Sona's Charm. RedLip Talk.
Testing, 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 testing.
RedLip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. RedLip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. RedLip Talk. Spice Divas. Sona's Charm. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, you did it right on time.
Yeah. Rolling again.
Spice Divas. Sona's Charm.
All right, welcome.
What's up?
we back with RedLip Talk, huh?
Week 10.
Yeah. With your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
And Sona's Charm.
Yeah. How you doing, Sona?
I'm good. How you doing?
Your weekend was good?
My weekend was busy.
It was busy.
It was. I want to say congratulations to my sister, Sif and Sylv, and
Okay.
her artwork with Sing for Hope campaign. We went and saw their sneak preview with the artists. They did paintings on the pianos. And so, yeah, we did that this weekend. It was really, really nice. They had 2 showings, one Friday, Saturday at the Jazz Museum, and today her piano is being presented to Mayor Cantrell at a blue ribbon ceremony. So,
Whoa.
congratulations. And congratulations to Kelly, who produced the event. This was their first time, and they were really excited about it.
Yeah,
So,
you know that's our Spice Divas DJ now.
Yes.
You know, that's our Spice Divas DJ.
Uh-huh.
You know, she's always been with us and stuff like that. Congratulations to you.
Yes.
We're going to have to get her to do a mural or something in the shop. Can we get
yeah.
a lip on the floor or
That
something?
would be really
Because you know that
nice.
lip keep peeling.
Yes.
So
It's okay. We're going to get it together.
We're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. Oh, well, congratulations to her.
Yes.
My weekend was busy. It was busy too. Of course, I was in a salon Saturday, and then Sunday it was a memorial for my aunt.
That's right.
And my mom and them, they wanted to have the memorial at the salon. So, it was busy. It wound up being nice though,
Yeah, it
because
was a
my
nice
aunt, she
day.
didn't want too much. It just was celebrating her life. Her name was Debutante Williams, and she didn't want like a lot. She just wanted really to, something
Simple.
really simple. So they did that. They honored her, and it wound up being nice. We had some good food. I was trying to get you to come get some
Good
of that
family
crawfish.
time. Girl, we went out to eat after church with my parents.
Okay.
So, I had the kids. I was done after that.
Okay. All right. So,
But I would have tried to get out there, but I was like, nah.
you missed some good food.
I
That's all
I
I'm
know
telling
they be throwing down on the crawfish. Don't
you.
worry. I plan to be at the next event.
Yes. Speaking of events, I know they have. We're gonna do a night out after crime or something like that.
Okay.
Like the Saturday before Easter. We're gonna do that. MOE, Men of Excellence. They wanted to do something at the salon. So I say, come on to it, and I'm excited about that. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
Men of
have that going on.
Excellence,
Yeah. So we're not gonna have crawfish, but I guess you'll have burgers and.
It makes sense.
and,
We've been
hot dogs.
celebrating the ladies all month, so we need to bounce back and show some love to our
Yes,
men,
yes. I think they're putting a flyer up right now.
Mm-hmm.
He contacted me and said, can we do something for these youth, for these young men, just to get back to the kids and everything like that. So I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right, that's exciting.
Yes.
So I had a good weekend. So
Me too.
All right, so
filled with family and love.
yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. We have some amazing guests
We
on
do.
today.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
Y'all, we ending Women's History Month with a bang.
With a bang, y'all. I mean, we don't just have one guest. We have four guests. Okay? And we have some amazing women, some women that are doing some major things in the community, who are doing amazing things in business, entrepreneurs who's just punching the pavement. So y'all have to stay tuned to see all of these amazing women for Women History Month, and it's going to encourage you, inspire you, and yeah, we're excited about that. But do you have some hot topics?
Hot topics. I want to say congratulations to 2 young ladies.
Okay.
I'm gonna. It's been talking about a lot on the news because I don't want to mess their name up, y'all. So hold on. But I want to say congratulations to Calcia Johnson and Nakia Jackson from St. Mary's Academy, y'all.
Okay.
Shout out to them. They found a theory where you're using trigonometry without circular logic. I have no idea what that is, but apparently people have been trying to do it for 2,000 years, mathematicians, and they solved the problem.
Wow.
So congratulations to you. That is a big triumph.
Yes. And straight from New Orleans.
Straight from New Orleans, from St. Mary's, y'all.
Yes,
out the
St.
east.
Mary's in the New Orleans East. Now, see, they got some good stuff in the
Got
East.
some good stuff.
Speaking of that, we got some good guests from the East. So, that if, people put that stigma and everything on New Orleans East. But, that's the same way when I was growing up in the Ninth Ward. A lot of people put a lot of bad things, the stigma and stuff because of the crime. When a crime in the lower Ninth Ward and stuff like that. I went to Colton. Okay. So I went to a school that people were saying, oh, that was a bad school, C.J. Colton. But, great things can happen.
Great things.
You know, so that's really good. That's really good, and I'm happy. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for them. My hot topic is on a different note. We were in a salon. We were talking about, you know, women, as far as women history. You know, women always do things to enhance ourselves and stuff like that. Of course, you know, we have our makeup, we have our hair, we put our on to hold our body together. But China Black. Black China. Yeah, getting the right. She decided to get her all her cosmetic surgery and stuff out. So everybody was talking about that this week in the salon, and I seen it was a big thing on the media and stuff like that. She got her butt implants out, cheeks or something. She got that out. I'm not sure about her implantations of the breast or whatever, but I know she wound up getting everything out, kind of like what's her name?
K. Michelle.
K. Michelle, yeah. So that was a big talk, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm on the fence about plastic surgery myself. You know, I'm for, you know, if you're doing it for yourself, of course you free to do whatever it is you want to enhance your beauty for you.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it, you know, for other reasons to gain popularity or for a man or, you know, I mean, you'll never be happy because things are always changing. So unless you just plan on, which some people do, they change with everything. But, you know, I think when you get older, you know, you come to a realization of what really is, and you become more mature about the decisions that you make with your body and things like that. And I think maybe this is her time, you know, that, you know, she said, you know what, this is just isn't me anymore, you know. And either way, whether she decides to, you know, do it again or keep them out, you know, that's it should be from the inside and her choice. There you
her
go.
choice. Yeah, it should be her choice. I know for me, you know, I've always been thick, you know, as you call it, even as a young girl. And I always had that battle of trying to keep weight up and down, up and down, up and down. And I never had like the low self-esteem about myself because even in my thickness, I always knew that I was beautiful. And that came from my family, you know. So from my grandmother and stuff, she used to sit me in front of the mirror, dress me up, and let me know you're beautiful, even within your thickness, right? But I did always battle to try to keep my weight healthy. But now at this age, I'm realizing as long as you're healthy, as long as you feel good about yourself, you're good. All right. So I guess we're gonna go into our break.
Yes.
And you're gonna tell them who we have next, or you want me to tell?
Okay. We have Ms. Dee Dunn.
Yes, the
honorable Dee Dunn.
Dee Dunn. She's the councilwoman
from the 1st District in Kenner.
Yeah, so we excited about having her on today. She's making marks in the community, and she made some economic developments. So she's gonna tell you all about her journey.
That's
in
right.
2022 when she became the councilwoman. So we'll be back with
RedLip Talk Podcast. Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, RedLip Talk, RedLip Talk. Girl, come sit with us.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the RedLip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. RedLip Talk Podcast. Wow.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
The wait is
over.
This is your favorite prophetess Chanel Jones, and I want to introduce to you my new non-traditional podcast called Kingdom Women Speaking, where you can expect a royal discussion amongst queens, yes Lord. And you can find me on New Orleans Talk Network. Tune in, world.
Oh, we're back. We're back. We're back. Yes, we're back. We're back. Welcome back to RedLip Talk Podcast with your girl, Spice Diva.
And Sona's Charm.
Yeah. And we have this amazing guest today, the Honorable Dee Dunn. Yeah. You know, I know you did a lot of things in the community when I read your bio and I read the things that you have done. In Kenner, you're the councilwoman for First District.
In Kenner, yeah.
In Kenner, yeah. And they also said about you did a lot of economic development and stuff in Kenner. I saw the Rivertown.
Yes, Rivertown is actually in District 1. The airport is in District 1. Actually, District 1 is the largest district in Kenner. It has more businesses and everything. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
How big is Kenner? Because I really only know about the airport. I know once I get to the end of, that part before you go on that route to Baton Rouge, I know I'm in Kenner. So how big, where does it start and really end?
It actually starts at the lake and it ends at the river. Yeah, and it's actually maybe 5 miles going toward Baton Rouge, a little longer, but it's actually from the lake to the river. That's Kenner. So once you get on Williams Boulevard, or one side of David Drive, or coming back up from the river, from the lake to the river, that's Kenner. So the whole stretch, that's Kenner, yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about your journey to becoming a councilwoman, and of course you're the honorable, right?
Right.
So you're a judge.
No.
No?
No.
A
councilwoman. Yes.
Okay. When people say honorable, I think judge.
No.
No. I think judge. I don't know
be
why.
honorable.
Honestly, transparent.
No, but they do refer to us sometime as the Honorable Councilwoman Dee Dunn.
God,
so that's the way they,
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's making a lot of marks. I did read that in April of 2022 is when you became in office, right?
No, it was actually, we were inaugurated in July of 2022. I was actually in a runoff, yes. And that's when I won. I was actually in a runoff, so that's...
How was that feeling for you, to say, I did it, I made it?
Well, I had been running for quite some time. I mean, really, since I was 21. Oh, wow. And I'm almost 70 now.
Wow.
So I had been running for this seat a mighty long time. And, I just kept running and running. I also ran for the parish seat because I ran for school board.
Okay.
4 years prior to. And I think sometime, maybe 8 years prior to that, I also ran, which is on the parish level. In between that time, I did continue to run for Kenner Council because that's actually the seat that I really, really wanted, was that Kenner Council seat. So I kept running. But I ended up, out of 4 people, I ended up in a runoff. So that's like starting a campaign all over again. And I was the only one in a runoff. The only one. And so it was trying, because you come out of one race and it's like you're starting a race all over again.
Mm-hmm. And then I know when you're running, you have to get a lot of supporters and things like that, and financial stuff. You have to get people to help out. But then I read too in your bio all the things that you've done in the community.
Yeah.
Which that's probably why you won, because you helped the community.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know if you all know this, but I am an ordained preacher. I've been ordained now, I guess, over 36 years.
Amen.
I've been in ministry. So as soon as I ran, one of the ladies in my community was dealing with a little like dementia. And during the night, she left the house, walked into the canal, and drowned. So by the time I ran, I had to end up preaching her funeral. So it was a little challenging, but this is what I've done. On the bigger thing here, also in the parish, when Newell Norman was the sheriff here, I actually was over his Jefferson Cops and Clergy. So I was over from the East Bank, West Bank, over 30 some churches that was in that organization prior to that. Yeah.
So politics, that's something that you've always known you wanted to do, or
Yes.
did you just end up going that way because of your community involvement?
No, I was always involved in politics, and I remember, I think when I was old enough to vote, I told them, I said, one day I'm going to be a councilman. I had no idea I was supposed to say councilwoman.
Right?
I mean, that's just how bad it was with that. But no, I knew. I've always wanted. I never gave up. I was very persistent. This is what I want. People say, well, what is your legacy now? That is my legacy. I've always wanted to run and to represent my district, always.
People often say that politics and religion don't intertwine sometimes. So that's why I thought it was weird that you did talk about being an ordained minister, because a few shows ago we had Dr. Donald Jones on, and the same thing, politics and then in religion. And yeah, and then it does intertwine, because he talked about how, we as a community have a obligation to know what's going on as far as in leadership, and as far as our political realm. What do you need as a councilwoman, like the support? What do you think, about like as far as from the community, the things that you have to?
Well, one thing, this district is very diverse, because I live in Lincoln Manor, which they generally say this is North Kenner, and then I have to deal with where Rivertown is, and they said, that's South Kenner. But I told them my biggest challenge, this is one district. And that's what I'm going to do. And they've always kept it divided, but that's something I will not do. And I will make sure that when I leave, they're going to know that District 1 is District 1 and not North Kenner and South Kenner.
So unity.
Yes.
Unity.
Yes, that's very important to me.
Together.
Right.
Yes.
Unity. Yes. I'm so amazed, because, when you was talking about being 21 and wanting to be in politics, and you said now you're
almost 70. In August, I'll be 70.
You look good. And you're still at it, and you're still vibrant, and you're still going. That makes me know that any plan that God has for your life and the purpose He has for your life, it can come to pass.
Yes.
If you just keep going, you just keep, you keep pushing, you keep going.
You keep showing up, giving them something to work with.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. Yeah.
Sometimes our plans are not God's plans.
That's
like
right.
You wanted it at 21, but you probably wasn't ready.
I
at
wasn't.
21.
I wasn't, and I will say that because Donald Jones, when he was in office, so you all know how long, and I always give him that. He put me over Lafayette Park Advisory Board as his advisor.
Yes.
So keep in mind, for 7 years, I was on the board, learning board. So by the time, and then I was also in other things like it was Kenner Professional Women Association and all of that. So I've done a lot, but I was well prepared for this job.
Yes,
and politically, I was always around political people.
Yes.
So I was well prepared. I know what it's like to be on a board. I know my district, and I think that that's very important.
So we've been talking about Women History Month. We've been celebrating that all month. And so there's a lady that I would say, or you would say that, has encouraged you, or that you've looked up to in your journey becoming a councilwoman?
Yes, you're talking about Miss Shirley Burton,
Yes.
Shirley Gilbert Burton. She was the first to actually hold this seat. And at that time, a black actually could not get elected in Kenner because even now, Kenner is predominantly white.
Yes.
But what happened was Cedric Floyd, he actually took and he drew the lines. He was a demographer for that and drew the lines and created a black district. And so Shirley Burton was the first one that was actually elected to serve on the council in Kenner in this district, in District 1. And then later, when her term was up, then Wilma Irvin ran, and she was the second, which was also a woman.
Yeah, so they paved the way for
Yes,
you.
they did.
They
Yes,
paved the
they
way for you.
did. Yes, they did.
Miss Burton, was she like a mentor to you? You know how everybody need a mentor, or she just like paved the way for you?
Okay, yeah, more or less, she was the first. So we've always looked at her as being the first. And and to see a black woman on that seat was a big deal
I
because
know.
again,
Imagine.
you're talking
I can
about
imagine.
Kenner that's predominantly white and still is.
Yeah.
So for that seat to be created and for her to get on that seat, that was a big deal for the
Yeah.
people. At that time, I was just coming into becoming a voter
Yeah.
at that time. So yes, she was very encouraging to me and to others because since there have been other women that have actually ran in Kenner, there was another lady actually ran for mayor.
Yeah.
A black woman that actually ran for mayor. in
Yeah,
Kenner.
and it
so I
has to
thought that
be-
was great.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
About the street.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, we're talking about the street that they're going to name after.
Miss Burton, yes. Right now on April the 30th, next month at 10 o'clock in the morning, her husband was the only pharmacy in Kenner. So, pharmacist, I'm sorry. So, what we're going to do is actually, we're not going to name the street, change the name of the street. We're going to name it and put a memorial to him, Arthur and Shirley Burton Way. And we're going to dedicate that as a memorial to the both of them for paving the way for us in Kenner. So we will be doing that next month in about, 3 weeks. And we're going to do it in front of the pharmacist because her husband was the only black pharmacist in Kenner, and he did a lot to help the people of Kenner that couldn't afford medicine, and all of that. When them babies were born, they needed all of okay. So he was one of the ones that really was instrumental in helping the black people in that community, and they both were.
So, what day of the week was that they're gonna do it?
It's going to be a Monday.
A Monday.
A Monday at 10 o'clock, April the 30th, at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to name from Fillmore Street all the way to Williams Boulevard, Arthur and Shirley Burton Way.
Oh,
And
I
that's
love
a
to
big
That's
see
deal.
that.
awesome. Well, congratulations
Yes.
on getting that
Yes.
accomplished.
Yes,
That is
yes.
really awesome. I think that's beautiful for the community, for our city, to see, and for our kids to see influential people that look like them
That's
and,
right.
and receive those accolades,
for
so
our
they
culture.
can aspire
Yeah,
to do
for our
those things as
culture.
well.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
real big. That's real big.
Yeah.
Then being a female, like double minority, African American, a
Yes.
female, a woman, and it just blows my mind, and
How-
I'm very honored
how is
that you're here.
being a politician, and being a woman, do you feel like there's a struggle, or is it different? Is it hard? Do you have to navigate your way in that system differently?
I think my hard days are over because coming up, I'm going to tell you why. Because coming up, also as an entrepreneur, I actually ran a dump truck service for over 25 years. Now, that's hard because women were not in that business.
Yeah.
Right.
And
you
people
just
would call the
dominating
house.
all the men stuff.
All
You
the
like
men
just come
feels you're just
come
like,
in,
I
I'm
can do
just dominating.
anything. I can do it all. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so I actually ran a dump truck service, and I had dozers and backhoes and all that kind of stuff. And people will actually call the house, and I'm trying to give them, the price on bringing in a load of dirt, and they would say, well, I want to talk to the man.
I am the man.
So I give my husband the phone. He said, "Oh no, you don't want to talk to me. You want to talk to her."
Yeah.
So so I've overcome that. Being a female in politics, I think there was so many other female politicians until now I just feel like one of the girls. I mean,
And you're beautiful.
Yeah,
You're
because there's so
beautiful.
many prior to me.
Yeah.
And I feel like there were just so many, and in Kenner, because the first two council people were two women prior to me, then two men, and now me.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm the fifth council person in Kenner. Yeah.
And I love the fact that you have on our colors today.
Thank you.
You
Yes.
really, I have
I
red
love
lip
that
top
shirt.
colors.
Yes, those red bottoms on that
I love
shirt.
it. Yeah.
But look what it says though.
Yeah.
Walking in God's grace.
Yes.
I love the fact that you have our, and then you have our bling, because we love bling. I don't have bling on today, but I usually have on bling lips.
I always do bling. I'm just a
think
bling
bling
person.
is
I
the
love
universal
bling.
girls language.
Yeah, I love bling.
Or the inner,
I love bling.
Or maybe the inner stylist. Maybe you have an inner stylist somewhere in there. I don't know, but I love the fact that
I
you
love
represented
bling.
for us today.
And most of them will say, well, being in ministry, I've always loved my bling, and I wore it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, doing the council seat, I still wear my bling, and they look at me like, wow, because I'm the only black on the council, so it wasn't a bling thing for them.
Right.
But
It's
I
a
have
bling
to be
thing for
me.
you. have to be.
I have to
love
be me.
that. That is awesome. That's right. You're not letting nobody dim your shine.
No, I'm me. I'm me, and I'm going to be happy with me,
Amen to that.
But I do have one thing that I just want to say about me.
Okay.
I believe that I'm supposed to be happy all the time. So I think a lot of that is attitude also, to get along with people and to do. I never meet a stranger. I don't like that. But I feel like I'm supposed to be happy all the time. And I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
And if you need us in any way,
Yes.
to help out or do anything, we love to get back in the community, even though that's not our district, but we'll be there
Doesn't
to
matter.
support
Yes,
you,
yes.
support the kids. You touch whatever, like you said, unity, coming together. It's not north or south. It's coming together. And I think as a culture, as a people, if everybody would have that mindset and attitude that it's not just your lane.
That's
if
right.
we do it together, we'll help these youth, we'll help these people.
Everybody.
And we'll help everyone.
Yes,
So we
and I
thank you for coming on
That's
today.
right.
Thank you so much.
Honorable
Another blessing.
Dee Dunn.
Dropping so many gems.
Yes.
Our last show was like the end show. I mean, all the shows are great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when we got that last show, we were like, man, this is like deep.
Well, I really appreciate the opportunity of coming on, because so many people, especially black women trying to empower other black women. I think that that's very important. I really do. And like I said, being involved from a child, because at 20-something years old, I was running my own company. A matter of fact, I'm a residential home builder too, so I've run several companies that was more or less man dominant.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you rarely catch women building houses.
Yes.
And all of that. So being a politician is just another step of something I've wanted to do. But I thank God for opening the door at this time. I mean, he showed them all those other times, and I was okay with it. But for opening it this time, I feel blessed.
I like the way you
I
say
feel
that.
blessed.
So it's always important to trust the process.
Yes.
And you have encouraged me sitting on this couch
Absolutely.
today
Yes.
to let me know that my purpose and my plan that God has for me is going to be in His time. Right?
Yes,
It's
it
gonna be in
will.
His time.
Yes, it will.
So thank you again
You're
for
so
being
welcome.
on with
Thank
us.
you all.
Today.
Yes, so we're going to take a break and we'll be back with the businesswoman, Laquita Brooks, another powerhouse for Women's History Month.
That's
and we're
right.
excited to have her, my girl, Laquita Brooks, the Motivational
Maven.
Maven. So we do this thing where we say Red Lip Talk Podcast, and we go mwah at the segment. So we're about to do it right now. 1, 2, 3. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Mwah!
Spice Divas. Sona's Charm. Red Lip Talk. Red Lip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Red
the House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Are you looking for a hall to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on a golf course that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
With us and sip some tea. RedLip Talk. Spice Divas. Sona's Charm. Spice Divas. Sona's Charm. RedLip Talk. RedLip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. RedLip Talk. Girl,
are we on? I think we're live.
RedLip Talk.
All right. There we go. All right, we're live. I don't hear anything. Are we back? Testing. I guess we're back.
There you go.
I knew it was something. I said, "Ooh, hold up! I don't hear something."
It's okay.
Welcome back to RedLip Talk with your girl Spice Diva.
And Sona's Charm.
All right, and we have this amazing guest today. This my girl, y'all. No, we have Laquita Brooks. We call her the businesswoman, the motivational maven. It's so many things that she's doing in the community, and as well as entrepreneur. This is I call her a multi-entrepreneur. What they call it, a multi-entrepreneur?
If we call it with 7 streams of income,
Yeah.
that's where we at.
That's where she at. She's doing it all. But I'm so honored to have her on today. She has blessed me in so many ways. Vision boards. I still got the vision board from the vision board party that we did. I said, when we gonna do another one? But I want her to just tell y'all a little bit about herself and who she is. So welcome.
Thank you both so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here, and always an honor to be called to be able to share my story with anyone. I don't know what in particular you want to know.
I want to know, because I know you're a wife, you're a businesswoman. I want to know, what started you in business? What made you start your journey of the things you do? I know a lot of people may not know, but you do FedEx, you flip houses, you're a realtor, you have a boutique, you do, I can name a bunch of them, I know all of them, so I'm trying to see what started you in some of your journeys.
I've tried a lot of things, I tell you that, but I actually I'll go all the way back when I was in high school. I used to go to Sam's. I used to go and buy the candy, make the Rice Krispie treats, and I would go to school and sell it. I was always finding a way to make money. And so it wasn't where it was just like, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur, because I did work for different entities like Shoney's and Piccadilly's. I worked for different places, but I always it never left me that I knew. And maybe that derived from the fact my dad dad, he was a gardener, and that he didn't work for when I grew up and knew it, because he worked for the railroad in Swagman way back when. Okay. But he was cutting grass when I was born, and gotten older, and that's what he did until he died. So I don't know, I think it was instilled in me. And so some people don't really realize that even things could be derived from way back when, that ancestral, it could have been where someone in your past, right, that did it, one of your ancestors, and it just embedded in you. So I think it's just where it drew me, and I knew that this is what I want to do. Plus, I don't know anyone who really, really loves working for other people, especially under the fact when you are dealing with people who are always these different attitudes, different, right? And so you got in the drama, right. And I would rather work in the drama of my own drama. I can deal with it. I know that if I'm mad at myself, I'm gonna tell myself, "Girl, you was tripping today," and then I'm all, But I don't have to answer to somebody else. It's just me, and that's the part I think that really I love most of all.
Yeah.
Right?
So have you ever worked for anybody else?
Not in a major business way. I worked at a jewelry store, worked at Piccadilly's, Denny's, but I just knew that that's what I wanted to do. I started when I finished with high school. I got pregnant right away, and so I went to. I'm sorry. When I started with high school, then I went to hair school. Okay. I got pregnant, and then I went to hair school.
Let's touch on that because see, you brought something up to me. Laquita was a hairstylist in the hairstylist game.
I was going to ask, what was the first business you got into?
It was hairstyling. I went to school and big and pregnant, and then I would come back home, and in the evenings I would do hair in my mom's kitchen. Belly on their shoulders and everything. I had no shame. And so I knew that I was okay. I knew how to make a hustle. I knew how to make the money. I knew how to make ends meet, and I knew that it just stuck. I knew I was going to keep doing that. So I was doing it. I actually retired about 6 years ago because sitting behind that chair, for me, I was a pull. Every time I would look out the window, I knew it was something else out there. I'm like, there's more. And I knew that it was time. My season was up. And there's so many of us who don't realize when your season is up, you still stay in it. And the drama continues when you stay in it. Because there's a pull. You're going to feel like you're a walking dead. You're going to feel like you might be numb. Like
you're not going to want to be there.
You're not going to want to be there.
Like it.
Even though you might have loved it beforehand, it might have been something. Because I love doing hair. I love being able to, because we're counselors, right? We're therapists. We talk to them. We hear their stories. We hear the gossip, the true tea. And so the true tea, the real one. Right. The one make your mouth dry. But it was still where if you feel that draw for something else, it doesn't mean that you failed at what you're doing. It just means that season may be up. And so it's time to move on, because if you believe like I believe, there's only one life to live. So why wouldn't you just do everything that you came here to do while you're here? Why are you going to just prolong and procrastinate about it, because you're not going to feel fulfilled when you're not walking in your vision?
So how long it was that you were in the beauty industry? I know you owned a salon.
Oh, gosh.
So how long it was?
It's got to be like 25 years now. I've retired 25 years. I still keep my license active because you never know.
Yeah.
You still need that. But, about 25 years. And through that time, I've had about 2 salons.
2 salons. Wow.
Yeah.
I remember you from the when we did the
Bling.
Black and Bling, and we did the billboards, and you came to the salon and did the interviews. And we actually were talking about the podcast around that time, remember? And so it's so crazy because it's like you're here now.
I love it. That was so fantastic and exciting for me to be here, because you did it. You said what you wanted to do, and you did it. Whether you fail, whether you sink, whether you swim, whether you rise, which I believe that you will rise. But the point here is that you try it. You do it. That's the main thing, is that you never just not do it. If it's on and your thought in your head, it's a responsibility, I believe, for you to try.
And that's her slogan. A lot of people may not know. It's don't wait. I'm saying it right. Stop, wait, do it now.
Yes.
Stop waiting.
Stop waiting, do it now.
Yeah. That's her slogan, to tell people to push out and just do it. If it's something that you want to do, don't wait.
Go.
That's right.
Go
That's
for
right.
it. Go for it. Tell them a little bit about, you in the real estate and about flipping houses and things like that. They might have somebody out there that want to know how to start.
Oh,
Tell
good.
them how you started.
Well, I started when I went to away because the first salon was in the backyard of my mom's house, and then I wanted to get out and I wanted to have a storefront, so I moved farther away and not moved like literally, but the business itself was farther away, and I opened that salon, and then I realized there was another inkling of something more, right? I still was a hairstylist. I still had the salon.
But you were searching.
Yes,
Something.
yes.
I got something.
Yes, absolutely. So I started going to real estate school, and back then on TV it was more of hearing a lot of what were the two top things to be successful or be a multimillionaire, and one was real estate, the other one was stocks at that time, and this was back in the time where we were kind of okay with Trump, another story. But right, we were kind of okay, and he was all over, that's what he was talking about. He had the books in the school and all that, and so that intrigued me, and that's what made me want to go into real estate school. And I knew that back then that I wanted to go to be an investor. I had clients, I worked with clients, that was fine, but I knew that I wanted to be an investor and flip houses also.
That's amazing.
So what did you, because I know there's so many ways to get into that business. People have all kind of conferences, and we're going to show you how to make, what is like sound advice? If someone says, okay, because I went to real estate school, so but I decided to go to hair school. My friend, she did the real estate, became a realtor, and then I did the hair.
Okay.
And so we was like finding our own way, connected, but in different paths, right?
Yeah.
But it is something that, like you said, it is the money maker. Is if you want to invest, that is the way to go right now, is to get into real estate, buying land, commercial property, things like that. So if someone wants to say, because my son is 16 and he's been talking about getting into real estate as well.
Awesome.
So what, you say, okay, 1, 2, 3, step 1, step 2, step 3.
Well, one thing is to understand and start learning the lingo. It's kind of just realizing what all these words mean and what they are, what they do. Real estate, real estate investing, BRRRR, the Burr method. You have all these different ways to make money in real estate. But I always say two things that you could do that you can start off with. Go to YouTube. YouTube is right there. It's free. You can get information, and they may not give you everything, but they're going to give you enough to be able to put 2 and 2 together and just decide, right, if this is the way I want to go. The other way is use social media as your advantage. You have all kinds of different groups to be able to join to, and you can go in and ask questions, and they are more than welcome. They want to answer your questions. They want to help you out, and they have even tell me to DM them, and they'll give me more, or they'll send me an Excel sheet or something I've asked for. So that, don't be afraid to ask. Listen, I was at a school and I was talking to the kids about it, and I made them do homework, and I said, there are 5 things that you may be interested in. I want you to write those down. Then I want you to go find these people who are doing these 5 things. You need to call them. Then you need to ask them if you can come and shadow them, or can you come in and you have a few questions you want to ask them. And so the people are more, I know you would be more than willing, because you see the eagerness in a child or a young adult who comes to you who is ready for life, right? Then someone who was sitting around there and you trying to push it on them, and they like, man, I don't want to hear this. It's a difference. It is. And I'm more excited than them, because I'm like, listen, come on in, let me talk to you. I'm gonna tell you this, and this. Right. And so that's one. Those are the 2 things, the top things that I tell them to start. As far as classes and courses, I've done tons of them. They are hit or miss, but once you do social media, you do YouTube, you can kind of gauge whether it's one that's like, no, I don't know about this one, and then you can ask these people who do courses to ask them, give you references, people who have taken courses with them, and see if it's something that works for you.
What I love about you as well too, as me being your friend and seeing what you do and stuff, I love the fact that if there's something that you want to do, you're gonna pursue it. You're going to find the right person, the right thing to do it. And
I try.
I love it. You do.
Thank you. I try. And it's funny because you were talking to the Honorable Dee Dunn, and she said dump trucks, and I was like, we just bought 2 dump trucks. I was saying, I can't. When this is over, I'm head tailing straight over there.
That was your sign, huh?
Yeah, what's amazing too? Like we always talk about with the show, we can say it right now. That you actually is like in Kenner. We didn't even know you guys kind of knew each other. Yes. It's somehow how God do that thing. We say, okay, these are the guests for the show.
but it's the way he do the divine connection.
And that proves alignment is real. And God aligns up things the way the people you supposed to be in contact, the people you supposed to meet, the network. Everything is designed where God aligns and makes it happen the way it's supposed to happen. Right?
Now, I often, I like to hear that little voice. Sometimes, people, we don't know. We think, oh, I don't know what that little voice is. But most of the time, it be the spirit telling you, you need to do this, because, we always have time frames. But God said, no, everybody got to come on. This the bang. This the end of Women's History Month. And we want to have women on here that are doing things in the community and that can inspire another woman out there.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell the people how we can get in contact with you. Do you do coaching? Do you help other young women?
Or anybody.
Yeah, or anybody, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm focusing on women.
Right, I got you. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, right there. Anything how they can actually get in contact
Absolutely. As themotivationalmaven.com, you can go to my website and then you can book an appointment with me. Yeah. I'd be happy to talk to you. You get a 15 to 20 minutes free, one-on-one. Let's see if I work for you. Like I told you earlier, you need to find out whether that person works for you if you're going to do coaching with them. And I do coach not with just business. I'm a real estate investment coach, but I am a business coach who will help you, like the people who are, especially the younger ones who are not sure what they want to do. I help them to be able to find things. I help business women to be able to connect the dots when they are confused or they're not sure how to make it work in a business. So I love doing that.
Yeah,
so,
I know you do, because I know all our long talks we have. What you doing, Rochelle? What you doing? So you motivate me all the time. I don't know if they put your information up, but I would like for them to do that so people can know how to get in contact with you. I know you said it, but I don't know if they. There we go. Yeah, I want them to be able to put it up so they can see it. I want to be able to see it, see your website, see where you are, and how to contact you. The Motivational Maven, the businesswoman, right?
I'm the businesswoman on Instagram. On Facebook, it's Laquita Brooks, and I have my page has been hacked, so I'm hoping I can get it back. If not, we'll be starting all over.
I went through that.
She went through that.
It's gonna take 30 days.
Yes,
that's all I'm gonna
I'll talk to you after this.
Okay.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again. Is there anything that you want to tell anybody out there before we head to our break? Our little thing we do.
The first two things that come to mind. The first two words rather is be encouraged. Let me tell you, you're gonna go through it no matter what. Whether you pursue the thing you want to do or not, you're still gonna go through issues. I would rather go in issues than something that I am designed here. God has put me here to do than to do something I really loathe, I don't like to do. So don't just be encouraged. Yeah, keep going. Don't stop. Keep moving. And so it's not about, if something's going to happen. It's about when. So if you prepare, like you're in the service, you're going to prepare for the army, right? So why wouldn't you prepare for when something comes up? You prepare with your word. You prepare with your prayer. You prepare with your music. You prepare with your books you read. All the inspirations you need. Do what you need to do to get the strength to go through what you're going to go through. Because it's going to come. But when the storm comes, you'll be ready for it.
You'll be ready. And that's why I did that 50 Cent 50-day challenge, honestly, because I was in a place where I needed to prepare for something. I knew that God was going to a next level. So I had to prepare for something. That's why I say, Lord, you got to get me fit emotionally, spiritually, financially, mentally, physically. It's something that's going on and that I don't like that's happening in my life. So I got to do something for you to do something for me. I got to do something unusual.
Faith without works is dead. You got to do the work.
Yes.
You keep moving while you're in the storm, and then you're going to come out the storm. On the end, it's always sunshine.
I felt that. I felt that. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was great having you.
Yeah. So
we're going to go into break. That's right.
And we have some amazing guests next. I want y'all to really stay tuned.
We need
because
some clappers.
Because guess what? We have Mimi in the building. We have Kim in the building, the owner and the manager of Silk Me Kids. Y'all know y'all can't do them kids here. So we want y'all to stay tuned. They're doing some amazing things, but we thank you again, Laquita, for being on here. Laquita Brooks, the Motivational
Maven, the
Love it.
businesswoman.
Thank
We
you.
thank
Thank
you for
you.
taking time to be out here with us. But you know we do this thing at the end.
Okay.
We do RedLip Talk.
Come on, let's see
so
if I
let's
got
go
it.
to see
Let's
if you
do
got
it.
it.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right, you ready, Sona? Okay,
RedLip
RedLip
Talk
Talk
Podcast.
Podcast. Mwah.
Spice Divas. Sona's Charm. RedLip Talk.
Everyone, this day is declared National Still Body Day. People, it is here. It has arrived.
We have 2,500 bottles of this formula that's designed to give you what you need in terms of health, happiness, and healing. People have testimonies already. People have been serviced already. And now we want you to be a part of this blessed experience. Give us a call at 416-5256. Give us a call at 237-4000. And we have a bottle for you. And trust me, this will be the best investment you ever made for your body. You heard it from the truth, the whole truth, Dr. Truth, Dr. Kendra, Baby Truth. Now,
What's up, Noel? It's the homie Bank Boris site, here to let everyone know about the second annual Grief Awareness Day. This is a day to honor parents who has lost a child to gun violence. We are asking our local retail vendors to come out, food vendors, and nonprofits to support community economics and healing. This is a worthy cause for our community. Your sponsorship dollars will help us have a successful event. We're going to have great things to do like a car show, food challenges, balloon releases for our families, and we have special guest speakers to come out and support our families. If you would like to make a contribution or become a vendor, please contact Trinette Wilson at 504-231-0950. And remember, this is an event that we all together can support to help the grieving families in our community. We need you, yes you, to come out and support. We'll see you there.
Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Fave Favorite, and Inside the Trenches podcast is back, baby. We back. Y'all make sure y'all check us out for excellent season, and you can check us out on NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Y'all make sure y'all follow me at Big Fave 504. We back at it, baby. We in them trenches.
Spice Divas. Sona's Charm. RedLip Talk. RedLip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and just what y'all think about the show? RedLip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and just some tea. RedLip Talk.
Thank you for that tip. All right, we live.
Welcome back, you guys.
Yes.
We have the beautiful Miss Kimmy B. That's what I like to call her.
Kimmy B. And then we have the beautiful Miss Mimi.
Mimi.
All right.
Mimi the Stallion.
Yes. We have the silky.
And is.
We about to have it because see this all girls, man.
Yeah,
this
the
alone,
fun,
man.
We
about to have fun. You know? Yes, so we welcome y'all. Thank y'all for being on. We got the Silk Me Kids crew in the building. I know y'all see Silk Me Kids. And then she got Quench.
That's
she got
right.
Quench. That's our product. I love it. I love it. So I want to, I guess we'll start off with you, Mimi, because you're doing some amazing things in the community. You love giving back to the youth. You love doing things to encourage the youth, inspire you. I see all the beautiful things you're doing.
That's right.
I'm so proud of you. And then
she's
now you're a new
also
mama.
a new mommy. That's
Yeah.
right.
So I think you
Props
probably
to
was.
you.
I think you probably was.
I'm struggling.
Not so bad.
Yeah. I think you was probably preparing. That's why God probably have you to have that connection with kids, because you have amazing connection with kids. You do so much out here. I won't tell everybody what you're doing. We're gonna get into all that, but tell them what started your journey. What started your journey, Mimi?
So, I am Mimi, licensed cosmetologist and CEO of Silk Me Kids. I got to get my little spiel.
Go ahead,
Do your
girl.
spiel, girl. And the #1
kids hairstylist in the city. Okay. All right. Period. So what started me with kids was I was doing adults, and right out of beauty school, I just was kind of like, trying to find my way. We in beauty school, we learn how to do everything, but we always have to find out what we really, really like. So I was doing adults hair, and then while doing my clients, they always was asking me about their kids. They saw how well I took care of their hair when it came down to healthy hair care, just silk pressing, natural styles, and stuff like that. And it just always was asking me. So I was always referring other brands when it came down to hair care products. Okay. But they didn't really have anyone that they can say they can send their child to. And then if anyone was doing kids' hair, they probably was starting off at like 10 or something. But these parents had like 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and they was like, well, they're in weddings and doing certain things, and no one was really available for them. So I was like, well, you know what? I'll be the one to do it. I'll be the one to do it. So instead of it wasn't a passion at first. It was I was trying to fulfill a need. So with me trying to fulfill a need, I was like, well, I'm going to be the person to do kids' hair. I'm going to step out there. I'm going to start younger than what people usually start. So I started at 2 doing kids' hair. Look at her.
Yeah, that's what
we started at 2. Yeah, so we
You
started
find a
at 2, and then we go to 16. So like you was about to say, we find a problem, and we see how we can be the solution for it, and that's what happened. So now it's a passion now because I love it so much. And even with starting out, not even doing kids, I always gave back. So if it was like back to school events and stuff like that, but I still, looking back at it, was like it still was catered to kids.
Yeah, I remember doing a back to school.
That was the first
before
one
I
we
even
did.
like knew you. It was a girl in the salon. She was like, this girl redhead, she's doing this back to school. We gotta be a part of this.
We did it in a gym.
And we did it in a gym in the East. I remember. And that was so long ago. And you still giving back to kids. Not even just talking about you giving back to kids. Let's talk about you and that Bona Brothers, the way you do this creative thing that you do. And last year was what? Candy
Well,
Land?
the first year, she's saying it because Burner Brothers is this weekend.
Yes,
right.
yes.
Right. So it is this weekend, April 1st to the 3rd, Saturday through Monday. So it's the second time here in New Orleans. It was supposed to be here last year, but it canceled because of the COVID numbers. Right. So they went to Miami. Okay. So they brought it back here. But the first time that it came here, we debuted and did Candyland. So that was the very, very first one. Yeah. And I was like, man, why not capitalize? It's in our city. It's right there. We love creativity and stuff like that. So I was like, we got to just come out like with a bang. Yes. And we did. And people didn't know Silky Kids from the show because of that setup. And we dressed the costume. We had, Candyland type stuff on, tutus. It was just colorful, vibrant, and anybody that was participating with the event was, they came and did the same thing with us. So everybody was just in theme. Yeah. And, it just was amazing to see that we won Best Booth of the show. Yeah. So we win Best Booth every time.
I know. We'll boot y'all in this time. We'll boot y'all in this time. So they can know. I'm not. We're not telling your theme. You gonna just.
Oh no, I dropped it at 12 o'clock.
Oh,
so
you did?
So we are doing Mardi Gras theme since we are here in the city. We're just fresh off of Mardi Gras. That's right. So we are actually doing Mardi Gras theme. But previous we did Candyland, we did Rugrats, and we did Carnival. And so now since it's back here at home, we're gonna hit them with that Laissez la bon temps roulette. Okay, so let me let the good times roll. All right.
Yeah. Are you planning to change your hair color to match the theme?
It's going to be red.
Okay.
However, we will add little attributes of purple, green, and gold in there.
Yeah. Well, tell them how they can. I know you have products as well, right?
Yes.
You have Silk Me Kids products.
Yes.
For the kids' hair.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if they put it up on screen, but. There we go.
They own it.
They own it. I love it.
So the products came about. Now I always try to tell people in entrepreneurship, everything don't always go as it's supposed to go. So the products that I first launched in 2015 was for adults, was for Silk Press. But once I niched down into just doing kids' hair, I was like, well, I need something to complement what I'm doing. And instead of referring them to other brands, let me create the brand to go with it. So that's when I came up with Silk Me Kids products in 2017, along with the first Silk Me Kids salon and spa located in New Orleans. Okay, so we're the first kids salon and spa.
I love it.
So we were able to actually have those products in the salon, and now we're also online, Walmart.com, Amazon, and things like that. And eventually we'll be in, in major retailers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to ask one more question about you. There's something that you do also, not just for Bona Brothers. You do something also for Essence.
Yes.
You're a powerhouse when it comes to that.
Yes.
So tell them about the glam, because I heard about the glam squad before I even heard about you.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to connect the 2 and say who that is.
Yeah.
And that's Mimi.
Yeah,
so
that's
tell them
me.
about that.
So when it comes down to Essence, that was something that came about while I was in beauty school. So I loved like fashion shows. Victoria Runway was my favorite one. So I was like, I wanted to do something that was similar. So I put together a glam squad, and we actually did all of at the time, it was a lot of shows going on, like designers was trying to present their work and stuff like that. So they did a lot of fashion shows here in the city, in the southern region. Okay. So I put together a team. It was 30 of us, hairstylists, makeup artists, and we just traveled. And pro bono, we didn't get paid for any of it. It was really for exposure for us individually and as a team. Yeah. So we was the go-to team for all designers and fashion shows for 2 years straight, and that helped us be able to build a portfolio. And then with that, it spun off Essence. So with Essence, they didn't have any small businesses that actually was in representation of Essence. It was only big brands, so like Motions, Cantu, things like that. So I'm like, well, why they don't have anything for small business or just for us, because everything was in a convention center, but they didn't have anything outside of it. So I was like, well, I'll put together something, and we just did hair, makeup, and barbering services. That was it. We had a small little ballroom in the Hilton Garden Inn, and it was have a separate ballroom, a 4-year library. So we have the whole wise. We get about 30 to in front of more people that's coming down to travel. So for with that.
Oh man, I'm a major team that's behind you. So I want you to tell us and introduce this.
Rochelle, right at the LSU at a class
at the shop.
At the shop.
No, we was at an event that we had for the Louisiana State Beautician and Barber, and we was at the shop. We was at the shop. It was a class that we had, and then I think you and somebody was doing it. Kim and Kelly was doing a class, a color class, and we were sitting there, and then we were like, "You're in Kenner." You were in Kenner.
She was on the West Bank.
You was on the West Bank.
But she wanted to leave and do something else. And y'all suggested that we come together.
Y'all come together. And it's been a powerhouse since then.
Yes, it has. So this is, with that, she has been amazing. Like, she's my right hand. So she even came on for Silk Me Kids. She came on for Bronner. She comes on for Essence. She comes on for everything.
Yeah.
And I always tell people it takes a team to be successful. You can't just do it by yourself. It always takes a team. You may have the thought process, but you need somebody else that's going to help you make sense of everything that you have going on, and she's my make sense.
And pushing you.
Yes.
Let's tell you about yourself, Kim. Go ahead.
I have to tell me, I'm not to talk about myself right quick, but look,
go ahead. No,
it's your turn. Mimi is very over the top.
Yes.
And even with Bronner, I love the creative side, but sometimes, no, we can't do all that.
So you are voice.
I am the I'm the angel on the show.
You're the angel on the show.
Really?
Why? Sona, don't tell my secrets.
You better say, now, Kim, we do know you coming to our events now. We know you coming to our events.
We're not going to blast it on YouTube.
Okay, we're not going to blast it. But tell us about yourself, Kim.
Okay,
tell us about Kim, your famous name.
Kimmy.
Yeah.
Kimmy B is my name.
Kimmy B. Kim Burrell. You got a famous name,
I do have a okay, so my name is Kimberly Burrell. I am not Kim Burrell.
It's a difference.
So, I am a licensed barber stylist with 20 years experience. Like they said, I am the salon manager at Silk Me Kids as well as a stylist at Silk Me Kids. I do film as well.
Celebrity stylist.
Yes, she is. Don't forget that.
Put that celebrity
stylist.
Celebrity stylist.
I do have my own product line, which is called Quench, because it actually focuses on hydrating and moisturizing dry and brittle hair. What else? I do a lot.
You do. You have like 7 streams of income.
She sure do, and she better say it.
7 streams of income. She has. You have so much. Travel.
I'm a travel business owner as well. So my travel business is called Amazing Travels. I show people how they can make and save money in the travel industry. So I do book a lot of trips, especially for this lady here. But we do travel as a team. This is my travel bestie, by the way.
Okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome to have a travel bestie.
She is my travel bestie. Yes.
She throwing hints at me right now.
Not Sona throwing shade.
She throwing hints at me. You need to
did catch it.
Did catch it.
Thank you.
No problem. But y'all made me lose my whole train of thought here. But I met these beautiful ladies at the LSBBA conference.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, just getting together with other hairstylists that are actually like, if I got it, you can get it too.
Yeah.
That's what we have on this panel right here. So, with that being said, you don't get that everywhere.
Yes,
especially here.
Yeah,
like New Orleans tends to be that place where people wants to keep you where they can keep you.
Yeah.
But here, no.
Oh,
if I can show you how you could get it, I'm gonna show you how you can get it.
You ain't about to cry.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. Because I see her eyes watering a little. You better not.
Definitely.
Really, go ahead. You could if you have to. Go ahead.
We have had
just a little
we
bit.
love you too. We love
you too. Yes.
And then your burst of personality. You know, when I met you, not just with LSBBA, you love people, you hug them, and you come to the events or you come to some I had at Spice Divas, and you just the life of the party. Aww. And that's such a blessing to have, to have somebody that's always smiling, even if you're saying, I don't want you doing that, but I'm going to smile and tell you.
Well, no, her thing is she'll say, I don't want you to do that, but love you though.
That is me. That is
her. She does give you that constructive criticism, but in a happy way.
In a happy way.
Well, because we all need constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to hurt your feelings, so I make it sound like I'm not hurting your feelings.
You don't be hurting my feelings. I'm like, thank you.
Well, good. I'm glad to know that.
So tell them exactly how they can get in touch with you. I know we have your information, and I know production is going to put it up there. Tell them how they can get all your amazing products, how they can book with you. Look beautiful Kim Burrell.
Yeah, see me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can book with me on StyleSeat or silkmekids.org. If you go to my Instagram page, every website is on there. Like, you can book your hair appointment, you can purchase products, you can request a travel request, whatever you need. If you want to learn how to make money in this business, you can do that too. Yeah. I think that's it.
I just seen a quench set. Let's get into what's that quench set right quick. I saw something say quench set.
I don't. Well,
it was
the
like
quench
a quench
set itself
Uh-huh.
is every product that I have. So it is the shampoo set, the nourishing oil, the leave-in, and the silk press mist.
Okay.
For those that like to silk press at home but don't know how to really silk press at home,
Yeah.
please get the silk press mist. It is a heat protectant and it's anti-frizz.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with it. But it also, all my products are very lightweight, and a little bit goes a long way, so you do not need a lot.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of where I messed up, because then they don't purchase it.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But a little bit does go a long way, so you don't need a lot. Even with the shampoo and conditioner, do not need a lot, because then you're really just wasting product.
Okay.
So, and the oil. Y'all, do not get confused with the oil, because it feels really light, so it looks like you're not putting a lot on. Once you do, it's done.
Yeah.
Like, you can literally, like, you really need a dime size, and you can put it on your whole head.
Okay.
It's
So what's your
crazy.
specialty?
We've had
I want to know what is our specialty. So if they book, tell them why they should book with you. What
So
is your
you should
specialty?
book, first of all, you should book with me because I have 20 years experience. I specialize in healthy hair care, hair cutting, and hair coloring. And I started focusing more on eye-tip extensions and braided sew-ins. So those are the only I do clip-ins too and tape-ins.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do a braided traditional silk press.
Yeah,
and I don't do quick weave, so don't come at me for that.
Okay.
But other than that, those are my focuses. I love hair cutting and I love hair coloring. Obviously, I taught a class.
Yeah. We need another class.
Tell us about your hair coloring experience, because I know you're like certified with some companies.
I am certified with Pravana.
Girl, you do everything.
But let me tell y'all, learning
between the both of y'all, boom.
I love learning.
We love learning. We love classes.
I mean, I want to know it all. And if I can know it all, I'm going to find a way to get to it. But coloring, my favorite coloring is highlighting. I love lifting. I am a fanatic with blonde. I don't know why.
Yeah, your hair color is cute. I like it. Yeah, it's cute.
But I was doing a lot of fantasy colors, and people just kept coming to me for fantasy colors. But then it kind of died down, and they started doing more of the blonde and highlights. So I tend to do that a lot.
What about that platinum blonde, that silver? That stuff hard to get to.
It is hard to get to, and especially if your hair isn't healthy. So anybody that comes to me and they, I want to be platinum. First of all, you're not going to get there in a day, and second of all, block out your schedule. Yeah. Because you're not going to get it in an hour. Yeah. So I don't care.
If start saying that because I have people coming saying I want that in one day.
No, ma'am,
that can't work.
First of all, I have to judge the integrity of your hair. If you come in and it's shedding, no, you can't do it. Yeah. Then if you come in and be like, well, I didn't have any color, and then I'm literally looking at your hair and telling you,
that's it right there.
I can see red on the ends.
Is that one of the reasons why you decided to get into Quench or start your product line Quench? Because I remember us having our one-on-ones, and he was like, yeah, girl.
Yeah. Well, the hair color wasn't the reason. What I did see was a lot of people was suffering from dry hair. And, of course, as a hairstylist, you want to find the remedy for that. So if you're going to buy products off the shelf and it's not giving you what you want, or if you buy products and you come in and you tell me what you buy, I say, no, ma'am, that's drying your hair out.
Okay.
Get this instead. See, like people go buy that Eco Gel. And,
hate it.
And think really that's the thing.
Yes.
No, ma'am, gel has alcohol in it.
Yeah.
It's drying your hair out.
It's drying your natural hair out.
What you think alcohol does to your skin? Scalp is skin.
Y'all getting some tea. Y'all getting some tea, people.
You are. Again, I love learning.
Yeah.
So when people come to me talk about coconut oil, for what? It solidifies. Has anybody ever purchased coconut oil? Do you know what it does in cold weather? It solidifies. It only slides when it's heat. So it's really not even penetrating in your hair. It's just on top. And when you shampoo your hair, the water is just literally
You better preach this good old word.
I didn't even
better tell me about the show.
That's right. Yeah, because everybody's into this coconut oil stuff. I have clients asking me about coconut oil. No, I'm not putting that on here because I don't. Yeah.
Coconut oil is made for cooking.
It's antifungal, but I don't think
so. Is sea breeze.
Okay.
But sea breeze is
I wouldn't put that.
Right. But guess what? In hair school, they gave us sea breeze where people suffer from dandruff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
It was like, why would you? Don't put that on my hair. Okay.
What? Yeah.
Sea breeze. Don't do that.
They've been doing it.
But it
do
works.
it. It do.
It works.
Back in the day. Look, doctors, we got another. We got my
They
mentor
shaking
in the
their
building
head.
over there saying, yeah, sea breeze. Yeah, we got a mentor in the building.
Because the only thing it's doing is clogging the pores of the hair follicle and stuff. So you having those things, the same way like when they're saying, I grease my scalp. So you're actually pulling petroleum jelly on your scalp. So it's so thick of a molecule. How is it going to penetrate? It's just going to sit. So when you combing through the hair, trying to shampoo the hair, because you're going to have to cut through all of that. That's when we get our hack of using Dawn to kind of cut through that, but you still have to put that person underneath the dryer. It's just so much that has to be done because people think they're doing a good thing for their hair and they're really not.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Oh, and also speaking of color, going back to color, stop using black. Don't put black on your hair.
Thank you.
Don't do it. It may look good, it may give you a little shine, but it's very damaging. It's more damaging than blonde, believe it or not.
Okay.
Wow.
Want to know why? Because black is every color in the rainbow.
You won't be able to get that off, especially if you're using box dye. Okay.
That's another story.
We don't have time for that today.
That's going to be another show, y'all. But we're so glad to have y'all on our set today. This was real awesome.
We're excited, so we're just running behind. We're excited about this.
Sorry.
This is a major show. I'm excited about
we have to talk about our events.
Yeah, let's do that right quick.
So right quick.
Pop them events up.
We have our 24-hour hairathon that we're doing right before Easter. So from Thursday to Friday, 1 p.m. to 1 p.m., we're actually doing hair 24 hours. It was something that we always wanted to do. What I wanted to do, and I talked them into doing it. Right. So we're going to be doing that right before Easter. And then the day before Easter, which is that Saturday, we are doing our Easter Jam. Yeah. So that is one of our many events that we do for the kids.
Let them get the flyers up.
Oh, that's
the green
flyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a green
and
flyer.
Also with that flyer up, Okay,
Bam, bam,
yeah,
bam, bam.
so 24-hour hair-a-thon. So we are opening it up for both kids and adults. So people that follow me, y'all know I don't deal with y'all adults. You know. I deal with y'all.
Yeah, I do.
However, we're offering that opportunity for our hair-a-thon. And then on, that's April 8th, we're actually doing our Easter Jam. And we have the young guys, Fresh and Reckless here. They're TikTok famous for
Okay.
the kids to add a little bit more for them. So we have
What date is that?
spacewalks. That's on April 8th. So
April 8th,
1
okay.
to 5. So we do have spacewalks, food, music. We do a big old Easter egg hunt. They got life-size games. Like, it's so much for the kids.
Okay.
And then, of course, make sure y'all check us out this weekend at the Bronner Brothers Hair Show, April 1st through the 3rd.
What's y'all boot on in
540.
540. Okay.
540.
So go to 540 with the Bonner Brothers Hair Show, as well as visit 1506 with Louisiana State Beauticians and Barbers Association, and we could pop that fly up right there. Yeah, we have a convention. I want y'all to definitely the theme this year is collaboration is the key in 2023. As you see us collabing, these bosses on this couch, you saw all the women for Women History Month.
Yes.
We have to wrap up, but I want y'all to wrap up with us. Just give us a takeaway, a quick takeaway, 1 or 2 words that you want somebody out there to leave with.
Work hard. Nothing comes easy.
All right. Kim, give us something. You got something.
Remain open.
Yay.
Keep an open mind.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. What you got, son? I'm going to do
That
mine.
was deep. You silly girl.
That was deep.
I just want to tell y'all, happy Women's History Month. This is our last week, but this month has been full of so many blessings and gems and beautiful, talented, creative, intelligent women that we've had on here on our set. Do not forget to support them, you guys. Support their businesses, support their brand. Women run the world. But we love our men.
Who won the world?
Girls.
Yes. So I want to, my wrap up and my takeaway right quick is I want to just thank again the Honorable Dee Dunn. I thank you for coming out and stuff today. I want to thank Laquita Brooks, the Motivational Maven, for coming in and taking time. I want to thank my mentor that's in there. We ain't have her on, but she just came to support us, as well as Spice Divas, as well as Silk Me Kids, and she came out to support us, so we thank her for that. But my takeaway today is just trust your process. You heard Dee Dunn, Honorable Dee Dunn, talk about how she was 21, she wanted to get into politics, and it took her now 2 years or a year from now, she's almost 70. So just trust the process. I know for me, whatever your process is, whatever God got in for your plan, just trust it. Don't push it. Don't make it go too fast. Don't worry about what nobody else doing, because your plan, your process, your way is yours. We thank y'all for tuning in today.
I got one more thing. I just want to say thank you to my brother, Chef Sidney Reed. He brought us some food today, y'all.
Oh, we about to eat. Yeah, we got to wrap this up.
I can't forget, it's my son's birthday, Brock.
Happy birthday, Brock.
He made 14 today, so I thank you. I thank God for him. He's a blessing. Had him at 33. My boy, Brock, I can't forget to say that. So we about to end the show. We do our little thing. Y'all don't do the little one, because y'all say y'all watch it at Silk Me Kids. I was so blessed when I heard y'all was watching.
Yeah, on the big screen.
Yeah, so thank y'all for watching it, and a great show. And so let's end it with our RedLip
Talk podcast.
Yes!
Spice Divas. Sona's charm. RedLip Talk. RedLip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
What's up, though? It's the homie Bank Boris site, here to let everyone know about the second annual Grief Awareness Day. This is a day to honor parents who has lost a child to gun violence. We are asking our local retail vendors to come out, food vendors and nonprofits, to support community economics and healing. This is a worthy cause for our community. Your sponsorship dollars will help us have a successful event. We're going to have great things to do, like a car show, food challenges, balloon releases for our families, and we have special guest speakers to come out and support our families. If you would like to make a contribution or become a vendor, please contact Trinette Wilson at 504-231-0950. And remember, this is an event that we all together can support to help the grieving families in our community. We need you, yes you, to come out and support. We'll see you there.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.